Right guys, so post shows, as you all know by now, I did 4 shows in November, so we are at the beginning of December, and I am feeling pretty fatigued right now. 2 days ago I was pretty much bedbound, but I have a photo shoot on Monday the 16th, so something that I've committed to that I have to do pretty much. So really I wouldn't recommend training when you're feeling like this, but it's something that I've got to do due to that photo shoot, due to keeping my output high, and obviously because of the last 2 days being bedbound, I now have a little bit of work to do to catch up to get in good condition for the photo shoot. So what we're doing is we're going to auto regulate my volume, so we're going to lower it slightly. Mainly it will be one working set on a lot of the exercises, one all-out set that will be, so it won't be a low rep set, it won't be a super high set, it'll be between 8 and kind of 12 reps. Obviously intensity is always going to be high. We are going to make sure that we're working to failure, we're going to push as heavy as we can, but like I said, the volume will be slightly lower than usual. So we need to keep muscle stimulated, we need to keep output high. I will compensate with a little bit of cardio to make sure that I do get in condition for the shoot. But yeah, I mean, that's really pretty much what I've got to say. We're hitting a push session today, and yeah, we better get cracking. I'll definitely hit some push sessions now.
What's the thickness of the elbows? Is it single ply, or you know?
Yeah, these are knee sleeves that I just wrap over my elbows.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like proper elbow sleeves are just too thick, and you have to have a mission to get them on.
Yeah.
These are more just for a little bit of support. So I just wrap them up, double them over. Right, let's do this. It's really strange for me only doing one set. I'm just used to doing another set now, and knowing that I can't or I shouldn't, it's like, it's just a really weird feeling. Go a bit more. Four and a half or 5, what do we do?
Well, why don't you do a feeler set on 4.5 and then go up?
Nah. Let's go for 5.
Okay.
I need to get 8. How are my shoulders stronger than my chest? I only got 4 on chest, didn't I? For like 10. Ambitious Haider strikes again. Will I be beaten? Probably. Not today. So as you've seen, I've just been doing one set between 8 and 12 reps. Did a few more on here because I just misjudged the weight, but you've got to sort of think about your recovery capabilities, how you're feeling in the times of training, and not thinking that you have to always do what your logbook tells you to do or do what your plan tells you to do. Now, it's hard to sometimes judge whether you're, what's the word, I guess, being soft or not, whether you're being hardcore. You don't want to obviously think to yourself, right, I need to do this because this is what my logbook says, even when you feel like absolute shit. But at the same time, you don't want to be like, okay, I don't feel that great, so I'm just going to drop my volume a little bit. You have to be in tune with your body, and you've got to really know when to back off and when not to back off. For me, it's a little bit of a no-brainer. Doing 4 shows in a month is pretty hardcore by anybody's standards. And I mean, I'm not really one to blow my own horn or anything, but when someone like Jordan says that he'd be in hospital exhausted if he'd have done the same thing as me, then it kind of makes me realise that, yeah, I need to kind of back off today. But that being said, I had to have the conversation with Jordan today, and he suggested to drop the volume, because me being me, I would have carried on and done what I normally would have. But that's where it's also very valuable having a coach who knows what they're doing. So if you do have a coach, always conversate with them and try to explain your situation and how you're feeling. Think about the markers, health markers, that would indicate whether you should auto-regulate your volume or not. And yeah, just be smart. Don't always do what you feel like you have to do or what everybody else is doing. Now we're moving on to isolation work, which is obviously less strenuous and less of a demand on the body, less of a demand on the CNS. We can now up the volume slightly. So rather than doing just one working set, you can move it up to, say 2 or 3. So with a cable fly, we'll hit 2. Lateral raise, I'll do 3. And then a tricep isolation, I'll do 2 on that also. So only sort of 3 more exercises, but just a little bit more volume due to the fact that we can handle a little bit more. Oh. That's insane. Such a good connection. But that's how you know. Hold it on that side.
Yeah.
Something else. That was a really, really good connection. Been doing them lying down for a long time. Haven't done them stood up for a while, and that felt insane. Wow. So that is the push session done. 1 set on the compounds, 2 sets on isolations. As you can see, intensity was high. All rep ranges were 8 minimums. Going to failure on everything, heavy as possible, as always. Quite happy with my strength considering. Obviously the prepare really perked me up and helped me out quite a lot and got me through this session quite well, to be honest. Coming into the session I was very sort of lagging and didn't really feel that up to it, but now I feel really good. I feel good that I've wrapped it up. I feel good with my performance, and yeah, that's just like I was saying earlier, auto-regulating your volume to suit your capabilities, your recovery capabilities. So all in all, good session, good pump, feel like I look okay, and yeah, happy with the strength and happy with the performance. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys can take something away from this in terms of what you should do and what you shouldn't do when you're feeling possibly not at your best, or you've done a lot leading into a session. And any questions, please feel free to ask at the bottom. Anything that you're unsure of, anything that you want to know, go ahead and ask. Thanks a lot, guys.